welcome everybody. Welcome back to Sugar and Spice, y'all. Welcome back to episode 3. It's the Sugar and Spice, where we talk about all things life and answer all your questions about what's going on.
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
In your personal lives, the Black community, pop culture, and world news. I am your girl, Robin.
And I'm Chelsea.
And let's get it cracking.
Oh my God.
Without further ado, let's just get right on into this thing. We got to figure out who's bringing the sugar and who's bringing the spice today. And I'll let you pick. I'll be nice. You'll
be nice and let me pick.
I'm going to be nice and let you pick.
I think I want to bring the spice today.
Oh, no.
No. You just said you were going to be nice and let me pick. And now that was the sugar. So you kind of gave yourself the sugar.
No, but do you realize I was sugar on the last 2 episodes?
But I was sugar for a minute as well.
Okay, but the listeners have only heard me be sugar.
Okay.
And yeah, no. All right.
Okay,
all right.
if you want to be,
if you want to
be Spice, you can be Spice.
You got
But
it.
how's she gonna say, people, that she gonna let me pick, and now she mad at what I picked?
You got it. Go ahead and be Spice.
Okay, so you sugar, but you salty right now. So you more like salt.
You see it?
So what's been going on?
You know what?
Nothing.
Not too much has been going on. We just had Halloween.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I did something for the first time in a very long time, and it's take my little boy, took him trick-or-treating, and that was pretty much it. It was a good time. It was a good time for him and his little cousin. He was Chase from Paw Patrol, his little favorite.
He was cute.
That's like his little favorite person, character, dog, cartoon ever. It's like the only thing he'll
So is that
watch.
going to be his theme for his birthday party?
I don't know.
I think it should be.
We shall see.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
I'm not planning it though.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody planning that thing. We just gonna see what happens with it. But yeah, he was Chase from Paw Patrol, and we just went around our community. We didn't feel like being out in a big crowd, and our community is fairly new, so we were just trying to see what was out there. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of festive people in our community, so it's like it should be a good trick-or-treat spot. And I must say, they did not disappoint.
That's good.
Yeah.
It was cold.
It was very cold. So he started out without his coat on, and then as the night progressed, I was like, his nose was dripping and running, so we had to put him in his coat. But he cleaned up. Something. Well, I'll say I cleaned up because I'm the one eating the candy.
Oh, Lord.
He gets some every now and then.
Right?
I do
With
right.
Your eating and your eating habits and
we ain't gonna talk about that right now.
No, we're gonna talk about it.
No. I'm just playing, but
she not playing.
Actually, I am. That's Jonah's candy. He gets it whenever he wants a treat. He asks for it all day. Like today, his dad was like, "Jonah's so cute," and I'm like, "What did he do?" And he said, I think he had asked him what he wanted for dinner, and then Jonah was like, "I want chocolate, Daddy."
Oh my God.
And he was like, "Chocolate." He's like, "Chocolate today, Daddy."
Can you share with our listeners how old your son is?
He is 2 years old.
He's almost 3.
Almost 3, but he's still 2 right now.
He's almost 3, so he's closer to 3 than he is to 2.
You can't be closer than something that you already are.
Yeah, but no, he's about to be 3.
He is about to be 3, but in January. But yeah, he was asking for chocolate for dinner. Aww. So, and we use like the treats, the chocolate and candy to help him with his potty training, because it's like the one thing he just loves. So it's like, if you sit on the potty, you get your little candy. So that's pretty much all I had going on this week, was Halloween, celebrating with him and his niece. Well, my niece. His cousin.
His niece. I'm like, well, hold on, wait. Okay, wait.
What's happening? His cousin, my niece. And yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, I have nothing. So my week was pretty bland. I worked. I started a new class.
Yeah.
And that was about it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got. I didn't do anything for Halloween. I was at home doing homework.
You didn't hand out no. Did people come through here trick or treating?
No.
Okay, I didn't know how.
No.
All right.
I wouldn't have had nothing for him. No. But I enjoyed watching or seeing all the little pictures everybody was posting on social media of their babies.
Yeah, there was a lot of those.
Yes.
A lot of celebrities participating, showing their little pictures of their families and their costumes. Like, one day we'll get to that level, I guess, where we'll do a family theme. But yeah, no. This year it was just about the baby.
To go before that happens, but
you never know, girl. You might meet somebody next week, and y'all might be like, "Let's just do this dang thing." Next week.
Oh, okay.
The connection can be that strong.
Oh.
Next thing you know. It's happened.
Why is she always trying to hook me up?
I'm not.
Because last episode you was telling the people to slide in my DM.
Yeah, girl.
Don't do that.
If they the right one,
don't do it to yourself. I am unavailable.
She says that, but
no, I'm unavailable
until the right one.
Unavailable.
All right, so you got nothing else?
I have nothing else. So, without further ado, we're going to get into our Melanin Spotlight.
Yes, we are.
So, as you guys know, we love celebrating Black people. We are magical, beautiful, smart, talented, and uniquely created. We always want to take the time out to highlight others that are doing good in the community, excelling in their crafts, and also shine light on our fellow entrepreneurs. Because it is our duty at the end of the day to support one another and uplift each other. So this week's Melanin Spotlight goes to
my boy. Not really my boy, but he's my boy. I don't know if y'all been watching or if any of y'all have tuned in to Rhythm and Flow on Netflix, but I am giving this Melanin Spotlight to D Smoke from Inglewood, California. Yay! That's my boy. That's my boy.
So
that's
he's
my boy.
A rapper, right?
He is a rapper. Yeah, he's just awesome.
Okay.
That's really much all I got. D Smoke. If y'all haven't tuned in, I highly suggest you guys go ahead and check out the show Rhythm and Flow. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's interesting to see so many different talented people that are out there in the world that we would not have exposure to otherwise if it wasn't for the show. But D Smoke, he just murdered the competition, I swear. From day one, from the initial auditions all the way to the end, he was just killing it. He reminds me of Kendrick Lamar. He kind of has that flow.
Okay.
What's the word I'm looking for? Conscious. He's more of a conscious rapper. He
so
raps about
like somebody I might want to listen to.
Yeah. He raps about the real going on in the world, and he's just so hands on. He's so talented. He's a music theory teacher at a school.
Okay.
So he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. He plays all kinds of instruments. He also raps in Spanish. So he would start off like rapping.
I see you.
Rapping a good word, like in, black talk. And then he bust out with the da-da-da-da-da.
The what?
The habla español.
Okay. All right.
Mi amigos. So uno, dos, tres.
Yep. No. Cut.
And we were like, what? Did he just do that? So he was just killing it. And I would say, if you watch it, even the judges, there were some performances where he didn't necessarily do his best, where he forgot his words, sometimes the pressure or whatever. And there's no reason, you just go blank sometimes.
Right.
But the performance started out so good and he had his little moment, and everybody else killed their own performances during that particular contest or whatever. And even though he messed up, he still had the best performance of the night. And it's just
so he just got it.
He just got it. Yeah, he has it. So
hey, when you got it,
you got it. Can't nobody take it from you. And when I say that season finale, I was like, I was so nervous because I didn't want him to mess up. And I was like, if he does not win, I do not know what I'm going to do with myself. I was like,
sounds like you were very invested.
I was so much invested in this guy's success, and he killed it. So yeah. Congratulations, D Smoke. You are our Melanin Spotlight for the week, and looking forward to seeing what you're going to do going forward. His EP is out now, Inglewood High, if you guys want to check that out on Spotify or wherever else it's available. But, congrats. So, with that being said, we are going to move on to our sweet tea and lemonade and talk about what's been going on and hot topics in the world the past couple of weeks or this week or whatever. And you want to take the first one?
So everyone knows that John Witherspoon has passed away, and I was really sad. I actually woke up to that news and saw on Twitter, I believe was the first thing that I saw it on, that he had passed away. And I instantly got sad because we quoted him a lot in our household. Everything from the Friday movies to the Boondocks. I mean, he was a dominant figure in our culture and comedy. So I'm really sad that he has passed on, but his work speaks for itself. So it is definitely going to live on. So I just want to personally send my condolences to his family and his friends.
Same. I want to send my condolences to his family and friends as well. Hate to hear that. But he did. I mean, he lived a full life. And like you said, like his work will continue to live on. Like he will not be forgotten.
And from the outside looking in, it looks like, he really lived a good life as far as what we can see,
So, yes, our condolences to his friends and family.
Yes.
So, in other news, we have Mr. Jermaine Whitehead. I don't know this man.
Okay.
Do you know this man? I'm not really big into football, but he's been acting a fool on Twitter. Do you know this man?
No.
Okay. Do you know about the story at all?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So you're informing me and you're informing our listeners.
So, you have Mr. Jermaine Whitehead, who was a player on the Cleveland Browns, and he was just released from his team today. Well, I don't know what day it'll be by the time y'all hear this, but he was released from his team today for acting a fool on Twitter after they lost the game on Sunday night. So basically, this guy just was mad. I guess a reporter said something to him that he didn't really like. So he decided to threaten everybody, threaten his life, basically threatened to kill the guy, threatened to kill a fan, and threatened to beat up other fans. And they just had to handle that in-house. And he lost his job. So you make poor decisions, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
So we wish you well, brother, on your pursuit to find a new job, to find employment. Next, we have Jesus is King dropped. Did you get a chance to check it out?
I have not listened to it yet. So I know a lot of people that have listened to it. It's been kind of, mixed reviews.
Yeah.
People saying it's not a good album versus those who are like, it's an amazing album or it's, it's good. So no, I personally haven't listened to it. So.
Do you plan to?
I'm not sure yet.
I haven't listened to it either. Of course, my husband listened to it, and he was in the group where he's like, yeah, it's not really that good, but the music is bomb. So, like, the instrumental and the production part is good, but he said the rapping wasn't really.
I mean, I saw some of the lyrics on Twitter, and I said, oh, okay.
I haven't seen a lyric, and
I saw some of the lyrics on some of the songs, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty basic, but okay.
I don't know what's going on.
But if he's getting the message about God across, I mean, I that's a whole conversation in and of itself. So
it is. I just sometimes wonder about how genuine it is.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of the struggle for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like some people are struggling with how genuine it is. And then others are like, well, anybody can make a change. So,
Yeah, that's very true. Well, in the midst of him making this change, he hosted a brunchella event that was supposed to be free to the public initially. And then he decided to change his mind and say, you know what, we're going to charge you $50 or $55 or whatever the amount. Too much. But instead of saying we're going to charge you for the actual service, which is supposed to be free, we're going to charge you for the food, which ended up being some microwave pancakes, a couple of strips of bacon. And if you were lucky, you got some eggs in that thing.
I saw pictures of plates, so
I'm going to insert a picture so the people who are watching us on YouTube and Facebook can see what this plate looked like. Let's just talk about elementary school, lunchroom plate on the styrofoam, just going through the lunch line and getting you a little piece of bacon here, a little flapjack there, and calling it the day.
Did we even get that in elementary school?
Yeah, I did at my elementary.
I don't remember.
Girl, my elementary breakfast was on point.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what elementary you went to, but mine was.
I don't recall. I probably was bringing my own breakfast to school.
But yeah, and then some of the people were there. Obviously, they were complaining about the food. Like, I paid $50 for this, and they were trying to ask for seconds or can I get an extra pancake? And the waiter's looking at them like, what? So yeah, that wasn't a good look. But on the other hand, I read an article that said that during the service, I think it had like 6,000 people who were there, and out of the 6,000, 1,000 people rose their hand as accepting Christ into their lives.
That's amazing.
So it's like, okay, so you messed up on one end, but if these other people were really, true to how they felt and meant it when they raised their hands, then you can't argue with that.
No,
you
can't argue with that at all. So that's amazing.
Oh yeah. So next in the news, we got Miss Summer Walker, who we just saw in concert.
We did, and we waited.
And we waited.
And we waited.
And we waited.
Listen, y'all. It was cold and it was raining.
Yes.
The night of her show.
Yes.
And if y'all know me personally, know I don't really like to go anywhere in the cold and the rain. So the fact that I was out in the cold and the rain, standing in line waiting to get inside this venue to see this girl perform.
Yep. That means something.
It do. It really does. But I did enjoy the show.
I did. It was a good show. You can tell that performing is not like... You can tell that she's new to this.
I would say she's new, and she did express on stage that she has like social anxiety, and it did. You could see it.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully, as time progresses, she starts to get more comfortable, like with herself and being on stage.
Is she gonna do more? Because I know she was saying this was like the first and last tour, but
oh well. Yeah,
I said she probably said that until she started cashing them checks and realizing how much money she can actually make going on tour.
Yeah, because that's really where your money comes in at as a music artist.
Yeah,
is touring. If you're not writing and producing your music, the next big bank for you is to tour.
Yeah.
So,
but it was an interesting event because of the delay, there was a lot of agitation, and because there were so many people there, the crowd was a little rowdy. We almost saw a fight break out right in front of us because people walking by not saying excuse me or saying excuse me and people not hearing them say excuse me, and people wasn't having none of that.
No, they were not.
And I was like, oh, please don't hit nobody right here because I got a kid to get home to.
I just came to watch Summer Walker perform, sing along, be in my feelings for a little bit because she got the songs that make you be in your feelings.
She does.
And go home.
And speaking of being in your feelings,
what she did.
Summer Walker ain't really in her feelings too much as opposed to, so we all know that she's dating London on the Track, her producer.
He got London on the track.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
But his baby mama is in her feelings. And I guess I can somewhat kind of see. So basically what happened is the baby had a birthday party. And Summer decided to post a picture of the daughter on her Instagram story or something. And the mama saw it and wasn't happy about that. She was like, why are you posting my kid? Let me just see what she said. She said, okay. And I quote,
oh, Lord.
I told your weird, can I curse? It's a quote. I told your weird ass to stay away from my daughter. You have no business to discuss. We have no business to discuss, and I wish you would get a life. Why don't you have your own baby and stay the F away from mine?
Oh, wow.
And Summer was like, B word. Take that up with your baby father. I insisted that I meet you before the birthday party, and he made sure that I met, I'm not going to say the baby's name because I just don't want to, because he knows I'm going to be in his life for a very long time. She was like, I don't know what you want me to do, but keep my name out of your mouth. You dead and mature for going at me every week like you ain't got nothing better to do. And then Summer just keeps going on and on, saying basically, I'll fly you out so we can talk about this like face to face. And I guess the baby mama just ain't really trying to hear that. But I can kind of see, like, from the baby mama perspective, not wanting somebody else like posting your kid all over the internet like that, especially if I haven't met you and we haven't talked or anything like that. But it's like, at the same time, the baby mama is kind of taunting Summer, because anytime Summer posts anything, the baby mama is on there posting something about it.
Okay.
So, like, Summer had posted like a picture of like her bathtub or something, saying she was about to take a bath. It was something, it's been this whole thing about her and her bucket baths, and
we're not gonna go there. Nope.
It's been a whole thing about that. So the baby mama was real petty and was like, you ain't taking no bath, you old dirty. Old dirty behind.
I'm gonna just let y'all know, I really don't keep up with this stuff. All this drama. I'm mad about it.
It was funny, but that's what's going on with them. And I guess just in other relationship news, just a quick rundown. Solange Knowles announced that she split from her husband after 5 years of marriage. And then we also have Niecy Nash, who was split from her husband. And I think just a couple months ago, she was talking about like things you can do in your relationship to keep your marriage
something like that
going strong. And it's like, well, I think they released a statement just saying that they're better as friends than they are as
husband and wife.
Yeah, as husband and wife. So hate to see the marriages, come to an end, but sometimes you just move on and find happiness somewhere else and something else.
Oh, well, I'm over here living the single life. So.
And let's see, as always, I always like to include one story that has nothing to do with celebrityism. That's like my new term. And for this one, we have Buffalo Wild Wings have got themselves in trouble and are on the radar because we had a party. I want to say it's like a party of 18. A black family came in for an event that they were trying to have with their family members. And they were asked by staff to move because one of their other customers did not want to sit near black people. And to oblige this racist customer, they asked the family to move. And the family was like, y'all got it. We just gonna go ahead and take our business somewhere else, because why the heck would you, like, why is that acceptable? Yeah, why is that okay? For
you to come to ask me to move because you're trying to accommodate a customer that doesn't want to sit next to us because of the color of my skin. Like, no, I'm not. I'm just going to take my business elsewhere. I'm probably going to let you know about how you're handling your business.
Exactly.
And I'm going to dismiss myself and leave and take my business elsewhere.
And that's exactly what they did. And those employees who were involved in that found themselves without a job.
Good.
So I commend Buffalo Wild Wings for stepping in real quick and handling that. And like, that's not a policy that like we don't like. Why would we ever do that? So anybody who's discriminating against our customers, paying customers, just want to eat some food, like, we're not standing for that. So y'all can get up out of here.
Yeah, it's another day of being black in America.
Oh yeah. Speaking of being black in America, I watched American Son this weekend, and I don't want to talk about it because you hadn't seen it yet, but I just want to say, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's a good discussion piece, just talking about what it's like being a black, well, it kind of gives both perspectives. It gives the black side and the white side, and how it relates to a black man and dealing with the cops in that whole relationship. But it was very interesting dialogue going on from both perspectives. And it's like, ooh. I'm curious to see what other people had to say about it and how they felt the message was relayed and what they related to and didn't relate to, and if they took anything from either or the other side. It was a good movie.
And this is on Netflix.
It's called American Son. So when you watch it, we don't have to talk about it.
Okay. See, yeah, right now I really don't have much room.
It's an hour and a half
for but again, I have enough TV that I already watch, and I used to not be a big TV person, and over time I have become
a TV person.
But I have too many other things going on to kind of add that. So maybe on a day in which I'm not doing nothing, and I don't foresee that right now, probably not gonna happen no time soon.
Yeah. Well, if you can fit it in, if you're looking for something, I would say go ahead and
Now,
turn it
like,
on.
is it gonna make me mad?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think I need that.
Maybe
in my
not.
life
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I feel like I'm not gonna say. Just watch it. It may make you mad. It may not. I don't know. You're gonna be like, yeah, girl, say that. Like, you get to see like the dialogue. You really get, like, I say Kerry Washington, she did a good job, and like whoever wrote this, I think it's based off of like a stage play or
Okay.
or something. But whoever wrote that, I feel like they did a good job.
And this is just this is a TV. Is this a show or
No,
this
it's
is
a movie.
Just a movie.
It's just a movie.
Okay.
It's a quick hour, 30-minute movie, and it's not a lot going on. You just see this family is looking for their son went missing, and she's looking for his son, and she finds out that he had an encounter with the police department, and that's pretty much what it's about. Like them trying to get information on their son and find out what happened.
Okay.
And the many conversations that go into play with that. So, yep.
So now that we got all of that out of the way, all that pop culture madness,
mess,
drama, we can get to the real content of the show.
Yep.
My favorite. I would say this is probably my favorite part of the show. Our main topic. Y'all
Yes.
know we are continuing on in our dating and relationship series. So this is episode 3.
Yep.
And last week, we discussed situationships. Today, we are going to get into double standards in dating when it comes to men versus women.
Yes, we are. And there is so many. I feel like this would be a good discussion to have more in depth with a male present,
I know.
because to hear their perspective and go
Yes.
back and forth, and
That
just-
would be good.
Yeah,
That
we
would
need
be
to
good.
plan that for a future
For a
episode.
future episode, yes. So let's start with even describing what a double standard is. You want to take a stab at it?
You got it.
Okay, so basically, a double standard is just like a rule or principle that is unfairly applied in different ways to different people or groups. So when it comes to dating, men and women are treated and perceived differently when it comes to certain aspects of dating.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, the main topic or double standard is sex and sexual partners. We praise men for having multiple partners, all these women for being, just macho man or whatever you want to call it. But let a woman be openly expressive about her sexuality, just saying that she, she has multiple partners.
Girls need
or
love too.
Summer Walker said it, y'all. And just, let a woman be that, and she's called all kinds of things. Slut, hoe,
Yeah.
which is unfair.
So you think it is unfair
Yeah. I mean, why are we praising one
and downing the
downing
other?
the other?
Why? Where did this come from? Like, why is it this way in the first place?
I don't know.
How can we change that? Can it change? Well, I don't know. I feel like there has people are trying to make change, but I don't know that it's actually taking effect. Because you have Amber Rose and her slut walks and bringing attention to all that stuff. It's not just her; she didn't start it, but I don't know why it's like that.
I mean, but this starts as young kids. Let a little boy be like, "Oh, you got a little girlfriend at school," and everybody think it's cute.
Yeah.
But if the girl even say she might be having a little boy crush, no, you can't do that. Not in my house. We shutting it down real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're praising this behavior early on, and I think that that's...
I'm not praising it.
Well, good for you. But just in general,
yeah,
we praise this behavior. You know, oh, you got a little girlfriend, you know, telling the boy, oh, you got a little girlfriend, got multiple girlfriends. Mm-hmm. And the girls were teaching them, no boys, no this, no that. And
I don't even, like, how does that even make sense? Because it just don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Because if the girls are being told no and the boys are being told yes, then how does that even fit? Because you need girls and boys together to make anything happen, period. So they should be on an even playing field.
When we get into our teenage years and our adult lives, we have all this. We don't know how to function together.
Yeah.
We have all these issues, communication barriers, the double standards. I mean, we don't know how to be cohesive.
And then you have women that have to deal with the level, I guess, of shame for expressing themselves and living their lives the way they want to. And some may feel like they have to lie about certain things just because they don't want to be looked at a certain way. And it's just...
Or if you aren't sexually active or as sexually active,
then that's a whole nother thing. Yeah.
It's like guys don't want... Not all guys, but some guys, it's crazy to me. They don't want their lady or their girl to have a lot of partners, but they want her to be experienced. Well, how's she gonna get experience?
And it's like the other thing I hear where it's like men want the women to be sexy, but they don't want them to be sexual. Basically saying like they want you to look a certain way and do all this stuff, but then they don't really want you to be sexual, because if you are sexual, then they put you in a different category. So one girl will be considered like wifey material, but then the one that they actually want to do all this stuff with, they put them in a effable category. And it's like, well, how the heck is that supposed to work? You want me to be these things, but when I am those things, then I'm not good enough to be
wifey material.
Be your wife. And why would you want to wife somebody that you can't do those things with? Or you don't see yourself doing those things with. You want a pure wife, but then you have your pure wife, and then you go out and do what? You mess around with somebody who's unpure, which is kind of, I don't want to say unpure, but somebody who's a little more open and free with themselves. And it's like, well, what kind of message is that sending?
Yeah, it's
so confusing.
I'm confused just even thinking about it, discussing it, because like you said, men want the woman to be sexy but not sexual. But then on the flip side,
they want you to be sexual.
But they want you to be sexual.
But then they don't want to claim you or make you more than a sexual thing to them.
Right.
Which is silly.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
Because you can be both with one person. But hey, you know, to each their own.
So what are some other double standards that we got out there?
Initiating contact.
Ooh. Yes.
Initiating contact. I would say most people think the man is supposed to initiate contact.
Yeah.
With the woman, I guess. And a lot of women don't want to, or don't think that they should initiate contact or make their move on a guy.
Where do you fall on that spectrum?
Where do I fall in the spectrum? I'm not opposed to either way. Have I been a person to initiate, like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, let
me get your number. Maybe not that boldly.
Yeah,
I would say I think I have. I think there's one, maybe 2 times where I kind of did it, but it was kind of like subtle.
Yeah.
Very kind of goofy and awkward. And it was kind of casual. So unless you're super smart, you wouldn't have really known that I was like trying to
shoot your shot.
shoot my shot. But I mean, we're in 2019.
We are.
So I'm not opposed to
making the first move.
Now, will I always do that? No.
Yeah.
It's only been like 1 or 2 times where I've done so. And yeah.
I'm probably a person that I feed into the stereotype, into the double standard, because I would prefer, I want to be courted. So it's like,
yeah, definitely.
I want you to initiate contact. Now, am I opposed to doing it? No, but it's just how it's brought up, man. Like, if you want me, you gotta come get me. I'm not about to chase you around. If you
now, I won't chase.
Yeah, no. I say that
chasing.
loosely. I don't mean that, in the sense of like really chasing somebody down. But like, no, if you want me, you gotta come talk to me, bro. Simple as that. They may
not even know that you're even interested in them.
They gonna find out when they.
Yeah, so I don't know.
They won't know until they ask, and they ain't gonna know until they ask.
I'm not opposed.
I'm not opposed to it either, but yeah.
No, it's not something that I just be out here doing. Like I said, the one time where I did it, it was really subtle. Like,
yeah,
it was a long time ago, years ago. But, I mean, it's 2019.
Get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
If you see something you want, go get it. Like,
pretty much, really.
Yeah. I wonder where that came from too. I guess I know where it came from. Society, just from the beginning, always sees males as like the more dominant sex or whatever. So
yeah,
they're the ones.
I don't think there's nothing wrong if a woman just, flirting, shoot her shot. Now,
see,
for neither party, I don't want you to be overly aggressive when you're trying to take your shot at somebody, because I think that's where things start to go wrong.
Yeah, and I think for women it can be somewhat of a hang up, just because we haven't really been conditioned and nurtured and taught how to deal with rejection in that way. Whereas men, they've kind of been trained like this is just.
Have they been trained? Because some men don't know how to handle rejection.
Well, they don't, but they're used to trying and failing, I guess, in that sense, because they're the ones who have been taught this is what you're supposed to do. So they just kind of go with it. Now, some people really.
No, it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know people or guys that don't handle rejection well, like those that constantly be in your DM.
Oh, they just not taking a hint.
They not getting it. Like, I seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
I seen it. Opened it, saw it.
Decided not to respond.
Exactly.
Leave me alone.
Thank you.
Yeah. I still feel like guys are probably better equipped to deal with the rejection more so than females, just because we've been taught to kind of let people come to us as opposed to being the one to go to them. And guys have kind of taken on the other role where they just do it all the time. Some people don't want to take the rejection, but
I don't think anyone wants. Rejection is not something anybody wants to.
No, nobody wants it. It's not something that's pleasant, but they're used to it.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Coming from Robin herself. Mm-hmm. So the next double standard.
There's so many, child. I would say another big one is paying for dates.
So my thing is, I absolutely think the guy should pay for the first date.
You do?
The first date, yeah.
Really?
For sure. Mm-hmm.
What if the girl is the one who was aggressive and initiated the date? She was the one that reached out to him and was like, she was shooting her shot. She's like, I'm living in 2019. I'm going for what I want. I want this guy to go out with me. You still think he should pay for the date?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the guy should pay for the first date.
Why is that?
I just think so. I just think so. I personally, when it comes to dates, I have no issue with covering dates. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that it should. First of all, dating is expensive.
Yes.
And it could add up very quickly.
quickly.
If you're just going out to have some drinks or, you know, just dinner and drinks, that could add up. Or if you're adding like a activity.
Yeah.
Let's say we're going bowling or to Main Event or Dave and Buster's or Top Golf, whatever it is that we're doing, stuff adds up. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't put that all on one person for every date. Like, I have no issue with covering dates.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but that's just me.
Yeah.
That's not every woman's philosophy.
Yeah.
But I personally don't have an issue with covering some dates because, I mean, especially if we're going to be, if things are progressing and we're starting to go on, you know, multiple dates and spending a lot of time together. Like, no, I got you. Sometimes, like, you know, men deserve to be treated.
You say sometimes.
Sometimes. Now, I'm not going to pay for every date.
Yeah.
But I got you. You don't have to worry that you don't have to be coming at your pocket.
But the first date, the guy needs to come out his pocket. So what happens if he don't? Is that it? Are you? He's not. You won't consider him as a potential partner anymore, or what?
If he doesn't cover the first date, well, I haven't had that issue.
But if it happens, because with these new age for 2019 guys,
I honestly even.
because what if the connection is so strong, but he just ain't got you?
The connection. What connection?
Oh, so there's no. You may have had a connection before the bill came, and then the bill comes, that connection is just gone.
Yeah. Yep, it's gone.
So what if he's playing like a little trick on you, trying to see what kind of woman you are, and if you feel like,
I guess we both playing tricks. I'm trying to see what kind of man you are. You trying to see what kind of woman I am.
like we can't both be
So
playing games.
we both can't come to the table with that mindset.
Oh my goodness. I agree to a degree. I feel like a guy should pay for the date. Well, I don't want to say should pay for the date. I would say I feel like a guy should at least offer to pay for the date. I'm a little different in that for first dates, I do not want a guy to pay for my first date. I just don't. Because
first of all, you're like married.
I know, but before I was married, I dated my husband. And I am just not comfortable with a guy paying for the first date. And I'm just not. I just don't want there to be anything hanging over my head where somebody feels like they paid for this, so I owe them something, blah, 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 blah. I want you to offer it, but I'm not gonna pay for yours. We're gonna go Dutch. I'm gonna go Dutch girl on the first date. So the bill comes out, you pull out your wallet. Oh no, bro, I got mine, you got yours, we good. And let's call it the day. That's just how I operate. But I feel like if the guy didn't offer to at least pay for the date, then I would be looking at him a little different. Like, why you got me out here looking crazy, bruh?
Because he wasn't planning on.
Yeah, and why? Like,
he wasn't planning on spending no coins on you.
So that's just how I am. I don't want to feel like I'm indebted to somebody, especially on the first day. Like, I don't know you, you don't know me. We're just kind of seeing if what the vibe is, if there's a vibe. So let's just
a vibe.
Yeah, let's just fill it out, and I got mine, you got yours. And second day, if we go on date 2, then I'll let you take it.
Oh, okay. If we go on date 2,
if there's a date 2, I'll let you go ahead.
Second date
and cover that whole thing. And then date 3, maybe I'll pick up the tab for the third date.
Maybe. She said maybe, y'all.
It's always a maybe.
Maybe.
So the only time you're guaranteed to not have to come out your pocket
is on the first date. Just on the first date. You don't have to come at your pocket on the first date. But that second date,
yep,
you're going to have to come at your pocket.
You're going to have to come at your pocket.
Third date, she might.
I might.
She might.
If I'm still feeling you.
If you get to the third date,
it may be good, but then something can happen in that third date to where it's like.
So are you saying on the third date it's just like it done fell apart?
it can. The conversations are getting a little more deep. He could say something that rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm just right. Like, you know what?
I'm going to see my way out.
I got to go to the ladies' room.
What's that SpongeBob meme? Like, all right, y'all. Oh, well, yeah, you know, the joys of dating.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that.
I don't. Thank goodness.
Friends of the opposite sex.
Do you feel like there's a double standard when it comes to having friends of the opposite sex?
And I've gotten, I personally have had this debate with guys about this. Like, I know guys that are like, my girl can't have no male friends, but they can have female friends. What?
See, that's interesting that you feel it that way when I can somewhat see it the other way where, well, shoot, is it a double standard now I think about it? Because I know some guys are not allowed to have female friends of the opposite sex, but the girl is.
Really?
Yeah.
I've more so seen it to where guys are like, nah, she can't have no male friends, but he can have female friends. And my personal belief on that is, if you're gonna say your girl can't have no male friends, then you can't have no female friends.
Right.
Like, it can't be you get to have female friends and your girl can't have any guy friends. But this to me is a topic in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, is it a double standard? I guess, sort of, kind of, can be. But I think when you have real friendships with real people, like, I'm not cutting people out that...
What about new friends?
I don't need to cut out. New friends? I mean, let's say I was dating someone and we're going to have conversations about the people that are in my life.
Yeah.
Like, new and old or whatever. Because I also feel like just because somebody new is entering into my life doesn't necessarily mean they have to get cut out. You know, but we're going to have these talks about who's in my life. You're going to know names. Like, even before we start meeting friends and family and all that, like, you're going to know and hear these names and hear these people or whatever. So you can have an idea of who's in my life and who I'm rocking with, and like the types of friendship dynamics that I have with the people around me, and hopefully, you know, the same vice versa. Me personally, though, I already have boundaries in place with just people in general.
Yeah.
So if I was in a relationship right now, it wouldn't really be a question of this guy needs to go or this guy needs to go, because I mean,
they're already in their respective
already in their respective positions, and most of my friends, we're in a big circle of friends, a co-ed group anyway, that we've been rocking for like 15, 20 years, so they ain't going nowhere. They not going nowhere. And so I think for friendships, there just has to be discussions. You discuss the boundaries and all that kind of stuff. But when we start getting to everybody need to go, if you start saying everybody got to go, like, it's almost a control issue for me, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
Because if I have to start cutting out a whole bunch of people just to talk to you, you are the problem.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of struggle with whether or not it's a double standard or not, because I feel like maybe both sides can probably feel the same way, because, like, I feel like in my relationship, for example, I have male friends, and like you, like, these people have been around, you know, forever, and we all have our positions. We communicate when we communicate. There's like no boundaries ever crossed, just because it just is what it is.
But I mean, you know, we are the exception to a lot of
that's
rules,
true.
So.
That's true. But for my husband, on the other hand, he doesn't have any female friends, and well, I don't know. know. I don't think I wouldn't have an issue with him having one had she been there, you know, the whole time, like from the beginning, and I had a chance to like meet her and vibe with her and all that stuff. But if a new chick was to be coming around, like, we're not about to have like a new Monica like showing up saying she she wants to be like his, like, why you want to be his friend? Well, I guess you can be his friend, but why? Why do you need to be his friend? I guess why?
Or why would he want to be her friend?
Right.
I mean,
like,
it ain't just her. You would also have to ask.
Yeah, like, why would that?
I
don't know why that would be beneficial.
People are always kind of quick to question
the
like,
other
person, but you have to question your significant
other.
other.
I wouldn't. So I feel like I would probably have a problem with that. And he may have a problem when we have now if it's a coworker or something like that, it's like you're around that person all the time. I mean, that's kind of an organic thing that's gonna happen, as long as it stays at work. Now y'all can't be up like talking on the phone like late at night and texting and doing all that stuff, because I think that's just inappropriate, and like you said, a whole nother conversation as far as like boundaries and stuff like that come into play. But I don't think I would be okay with new friends coming into the picture like that, because I would just want to know, why is this friendship flourishing? Like, it would have to be a very good reason as to why something so strong is developing with somebody of the opposite sex. And he would probably feel the same way about new guys coming in, unless I don't know, because I did have new friends develop, you know, throughout. Yeah.
Well, if you've had new friends develop,
but it didn't start off as like a friendship. It was more of like, business.
I mean, it could be business for him, and it just turned into a friendship.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I guess that's true. So I don't know. I guess I have to play it.
Yeah, I was going to say you might want to be careful with what you say right now.
I have to play it like, it has to be, I guess, situational, because like my friends they're his friends now too. So it's not like it's just my friend, and their boundaries in place. The other people are in like their own relationship. So it's never been any kind of question. So yeah, but it started out as business, but they did turn into friendships for the relationship, I would say, and for the marriage. So it's not really just my friend, it's like our friend.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a little tricky.
You caught yourself. I'm glad. Yep.
I don't know, it's situational, I guess. We just have to see what happens. But he don't need no new friends, and I don't need no new friends
either. No, if he can't have no new friends, then you can't have no new friends.
I don't need no more, unless it's business.
Okay. Anyways, carrying on. Going out. This is interesting. Is this a double standard? Because I see this going both ways.
I see it.
Now, when we let's classify going out. Though. Like,
I feel like
going out as far as I'm finna go have happy hour with my girls.
Yeah, I'm going out hanging out with my girls, and I'm going out hanging out with my boys, whatever that may be.
Okay.
I feel like, I don't know how this one really works, because I feel like I can see it going both ways too. I feel like girls probably get more leniency with this. You don't think so? Because the look on your face is like...
More leniency with what?
With being able to go out. I feel like girls have more of an issue with their guys being... Well, I really don't know. Have more of an issue with their guys going out, hanging out with their boys like all hours of the night. And whereas...
Yeah, I would say... So I guess this is a double standard, because I see that.
Yeah.
Girls have a little bit more leeway of hanging out with their friends to go to brunch or happy hour. But the minute your man say he finna go kick it with the boys, all of a sudden you got a problem. But you was just had a little girls' night. That's a double standard.
See, this is interesting because, I watch TV, and I'm always like going back to something I've seen on TV. So I was watching Married to Medicine. And this was kind of a double standard in a sense, because the girls went to a birthday party for one of their friends. And at this birthday party, the girl brought in, it was like a sip and paint type of thing, but she brought in nude male models to come to like this event. And these young male models, they were like completely nude, but they weren't just like sitting there, you know, posing like you would expect. They was up walking around mingling, like picking the girls up,
wow.
like doing all kind of
what
stuff.
What kind of sipping paint is going on here?
So I feel like that is somewhat of a double standard, because had that been a guy
and
throwing a party and it was
women.
naked women like going around and filling up on
that
the
party
men,
would have been shut down
right,
so fast.
The girls would have definitely had a problem with that.
Yeah, it's a double standard.
So that's interesting. And then the guys kind of was like, why are we supposed to be, like, the girls knew it was wrong. Well, some of them felt like it was wrong, and they were not being 100% honest with their husbands about what had took place. But when the guys found out about it, and they kind of had their feelings about it, but they were fine for the most part. But they were like, hey, you know, the girls gonna have their fun. We ain't gonna let this be a double standard. We're gonna go out and have our fun too. Now that episode, I think it may have aired, but I haven't seen it yet. But it looked like from the previews that their fun was a little bit more fun than what the girls was.
I bet it was.
What they were doing. Like the intent behind it was a little bit, it was different.
Yeah.
It was already coming from a negative place.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, I can definitely see this as a double standard.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think ultimately in any relationship that there has to be, I mean, you have friends.
Mm-hmm.
You still have your own individuality to a sense. So you need that me time to go have your, like, there are things, to me, there are just some things like, hey, I just want to kick it with my girls.
Right.
Like, you bae and all. That's great. But I need my girl time.
Yeah.
Just like you need your guy time.
Yeah. Simple as
Period. That's really it. And my parents, who will be married for 34 years later on this month, will say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So that's something that they've always have kind of expressed to us. Like, we're married, but we're also still like we're still individuals, and we have some things we have that it's important for us to have. Like, it's important for us to have our quiet time to ourselves.
Yeah.
To go out or, you know, hang out with our friends or whatever it is. And that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know the boundaries and all that or whatever, but yeah, my parents, they different.
I feel like we different in a lot than a lot of the population just in general.
Yeah, so yeah, that's one thing my parents have stressed though. It was like, no, it's okay to have a little bit of space.
Yeah.
It's okay to have a little bit of space. And that's just that.
Yeah.
This last point though, dating in general, men wanting to have a relationship is looked at one way, while a woman openly saying she wants a relationship is looked at another way. So it's like, if a man says he wants a relationship, oh, he knows what he wants.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, a man that know what he wants? Like, what?
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so romantic.
That's
it's
romantic.
Like,
that's sweet. That's beautiful. Like, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. But a woman that knows what she wants, she got high standards. She's demanding or thirsty.
She's desperate.
Right.
It's just like, what the?
No, I just know what I'm looking for.
Right. And I'm not going to settle for less than that.
I know what I want.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a relationship.
No, it's not. Like, now if you just really are desperate, that's different.
Yeah, that's a whole
But if you just, like, if you know what you want,
yeah,
that's not a negative thing. And that's just, I don't know why we praise that for men. Oh my God, he knows what he wants. He's supposed to know what he wants.
I guess, do you think that's kind of rooted back to like the whole sex thing?
Yeah.
And like guys are just, they're not really the ones to settle down or want that. They want to continue to, they want to explore. They want to conquer as many women as they can.
We're taught at a young age.
Yeah.
that
Settling down is the way to go.
Settle down, supposed to be married, supposed to have kids.
See, that's another thing. So if that's what we're taught, then why is it such a bad thing when a woman wants that? It's like, if you're teaching me this and putting this in my head that this is what I'm supposed to be,
they're being taught the opposite of what the
but even
the
women,
I
feel like even women come down on women about that too. So it's just,
everybody just coming down on everybody. Like,
we just live in an effed up world.
We really do.
Everything is so much hypocrisy, and it's just
Yep. Yeah. I honestly don't know why it is viewed negatively if a woman says she wants a relationship or she wants to be married.
Mm-hmm. Because you don't want, because at the same time, you don't want her to not be in one. You don't want her to be exploring her options. Because if she is doing that, then what is she? What we talked about earlier. She's a hoe. Mm-hmm.
She loose with it.
Yeah. So it's like, how do you win? How do women win? Can we win? Is it possible?
Can we win? I don't know.
God dang.
Yeah, it's a struggle out here.
It seems like men is winning out here. Why they winning so much?
I don't know.
They get to do everything, yo.
Hey, I don't know.
They get to do everything yet do nothing. Like, they ain't got to give birth. They ain't got to carry no babies. They ain't got to have no periods. They just get to float through life.
I'm going to just cut this right here. Because this is going to go a whole nother direction. And we are not going to take it there. We are not going to take it there. In fact, we are going to go to sugar and spice advice.
All right. Which one you think we should tackle?
Oh, I think we should tackle B.
B? Okay, so the question posed to us for this week's Sugar and Spice advice is, if you are single, should you respond to people you talked to in the past when they contact you, or should you ignore them and leave them in the past?
This is a good question. And this, to me, I'm going to give two answers, because this could be yes or no.
Okay.
And this could be yes, you should leave them in the past and not talk to them again. And this could be yes, maybe give them another chance. I think the main deciding factor would be, why didn't things work out in the first place?
Yeah.
If the relationship was just toxic and there's whatever the case may be, cheating, just not ready, whatever, I mean, I probably wouldn't revisit that.
Yeah.
But if it was truly something like bad timing,
yeah,
and we ended, things on a good term, maybe, possibly, because you never know.
Yeah.
So this to me is kind of, it could be both sides. I personally, it would really depend on
why
the person, the guy that is contacting me, and why, and why things ended, why didn't it work out. Me, I probably would have. I would probably hit you with a plethora of questions because that's just me. I'm very intentional in my conversation. So you'll probably get a lot of questions. Now, I might not just hit you with that all at once, but you're going to get questions like, why now? What's changed? Like, really, why now? What has changed? What are your intentions, now? What makes you think you're ready to explore dating with me? Like, what are you looking for? Like, I mean, we would really go down a list of serious questions, and that would lead me to the main deciding answer. So that's kind of just my little quick synopsis, because I do feel there are situations where I would just be like, absolutely not.
Yeah. Should you respond? I agree with what you said. Really, I think it depends on who the person is and how that relationship ended, or why it ended, if it ended, blah, 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 blah.
And how you even, like, when you contact me, what are you saying when you contact me? Because if it's just like a, hey, big head, you know, that kind of thing.
But I say that, I agree with you, but at the same time, I know myself. And I feel like I'm going to respond to anybody. I don't care why we stopped talking, how it didn't work out. If you reached out to me, just the curiosity is going to get the best of me. So I'm going to respond. How I respond is a whole nother different story.
Yeah.
But I mean, sure, I'll respond. Just to see what you're talking about. What do you want? And I may just be petty. I may respond just so I can ghost you later. I mean, I don't know.
Wow. Ghosting.
Or I may respond because I'm genuinely, interested in seeing, why you're reaching out. And
yeah,
it's hard for me to just like ignore. I can't just ignore. I've been in this
situation. So there have been times I wouldn't necessarily say I've just completely ignored someone.
Yeah.
But I've looked at my phone or whatever, and I'm like, well, first of all, if I even still have your number, let's start there.
If I got to say who was this, then
yeah, that's a problem. But I look at my phone and see who it is. I might have two different reactions.
Yeah.
It depends. I might look at my phone and be like, what he want?
Yeah.
Or I might look at my phone and see a message and be like, this, okay. Let me see. Let me see what's, there might be like a more genuine, like, oh, this person has reached out to me. What's going on? Whereas,
yeah,
guy number one, what you want?
Now, I will say be careful, because if it's somebody that has like played games with you before in the past.
No. Yeah. That's why I said the main deciding factor for me really would be why things even ended in the first place.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it's really truly just because it's like bad timing, or neither one of us was really just in a place to continue dating or something like that, and there was really true, genuine interest there, genuine like whatever.
Yeah.
That's something different versus someone that was just foul and playing games and playing mind games or doing this, that, and the third. Like, yeah. I really don't have nothing for those types of situations.
But what if that situation, like the bad situation or whatever it was, happened like so many years ago?
I've been there, done that, and no.
You're like, it don't matter. I don't care if you changed. You just had that effect on me, and I don't even want to. Yeah,
and in some situations, it's like that. Yeah, where it was just, we've already been through the fire, or things just ended so badly that you can't come back from.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just really depends. So I can't give you a yes or like a direct yes that you should ignore or a direct no. It really just depends on the person, the reason, and where both parties are in life.
Yep. I agree with that. I say if you do, just tread carefully, tread lightly, and be ready for whatever may come back to you, be it good or bad, if you do decide to respond back and see what they talking about.
Yes, everybody don't deserve second, third, fourth, fifth chances.
Oh, no. Some people don't deserve a second chance, period.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Unless you want to toy with them, too, and be petty, like me.
Well, guys,
I don't advise that. I don't advise that.
I'm not my co-host at all.
But sometimes a little petty just takes over and gets the best of me, and I can't help myself.
And yeah,
I am a work in progress.
She really is not. My my co-host is not a good example.
I am not.
I'm the better example of the two.
Well, I don't know about all that now.
I am. It is all over.
Oh my goodness.
This comment right now.
All right. So we want y'all to send us your letters and send us your questions. If you need some advice, whatever it may be, please
Or
write
if you just
want to
ask a question.
Yeah, in general, just about anything. Send us your questions and your letters to thesugarthespice@gmail.com and we will get back to you. Or you can catch us on any of our social media platforms and we'll check you out and answer your questions for you.
Yes.
So now,
drum roll.
We're going to get into our Everything Nice segment. We like to end the show on a positive note. And
yes, we do.
so what's your Everything Nice for the week?
My Everything Nice for this week is to simply treat yourself. Mm-hmm. We all deserve to treat ourselves to something nice. And it does not have to be anything fancy, over the top, or expensive. It could really just be go to the park. Mm-hmm. For 15, 20 minutes. It could be take yourself on a date, go to the spa, buy something nice for yourself. You see a shirt or a pair of jeans, whatever it is, treat yourself. You deserve to just enjoy what you're putting out. Like, we work hard, we give ourselves to so many things. And sometimes we don't take time to enjoy the fruits of our labor. So my Everything Nice is just simply to treat yourself. And I've done that.
Okay.
I ain't got no money.
Well, I'm changing my Everything Nice because I was going to go one direction. Now I want to go a different direction. And I am saying to just have a good day. That's all I want to say is have a good day. So many things can come up and dampen your mood, because I had that happen to me today. It's people just be saying stuff and doing stuff that just agitates me, and I let it take me one way. But I'm saying to ignore all that stuff and change your energy and don't let nobody affect your good vibes. Keep your spirits high, ignore them people, and just have a good day.
That's good.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just be like, nope. Not gonna let you do it today. Not today, Satan. Nah.
And that's actually, it's funny that is your Everything Nice, because that was actually kind of my mindset today.
Oh,
when
really?
I went to work. It was just like, Chelsea, you got to have a good week.
Yep.
You have to have a good week. You're going to have a good day. And that's just that.
Yep.
Make it.
Push through.
Yeah. Just
Make
find
it work.
the positive.
Mm-hmm.
Find the positive and lean on the positive.
Mm-hmm.
It is very easy to get caught up in the smallest of things that can agitate you.
Oh, yeah.
And just send you in the opposite direction.
Yep.
And before you know it, you've had a whole bad day over sometimes something that is very little.
Mm-hmm. All it takes is that one thing.
Yeah.
And it's all the good don't matter. That one thing just completely sets you off and changes everything. So it may be hard to do at times, but try to focus on the good and let the rest of it just roll off your back.
Roll off your back.
All right. So does that wrap up episode 3?
That wraps up episode 3. I do want to say something really, 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 really quick. To everyone that has tuned in so far to episode 1 and episode 2, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. We definitely appreciate your support. Those who have shouted us out on social media or just have even shared with other people that we have a podcast and a YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. And
we appreciate you guys.
She's correcting me. I have been correcting her all episode, so I'm going to let her make it. And to the few people or few listeners that have personally contacted me and reached out to me just to say how episode 2 that they really connected with, and that it was relatable, transparent, and that there were things that were said that really spoke to them.
Yeah.
That is amazing for us to hear. And just to get such positive feedback is amazing. And just knowing that we are spreading a little bit of good in this crazy world lets us know that we are headed in the right direction. So thank you so
much. Yep.
That's all I got.
All right. I mirror that sentiment. Like, thank you guys so much for listening in and sticking with us through all of our technical difficulties and whatever else.
But let me tell y'all something. We have new equipment.
And surely you can tell the difference already.
Listen. We might have to give y'all a little preview of the pre-recording just so y'all can see how we were cutting up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been real.
It is. Like, I'm official.
We official. So thank you guys again. Continue to spread the word. Continue to listen in and have your friends like us, tag us. Just listen, rate, review, subscribe. We're on Apple.
We're on Spotify.
We're on YouTube.
We're on Facebook. Instagram.
Yes, Instagram is a major one. At NC Virgo.
At Chelsea_Diamond_.
At Sugar and Spice _podcast.
Okay. Sugar and Spice _podcast.
We there. So check us out. Keep vibing with us. And yeah, let's keep doing this thing, y'all.
Let's keep doing it. Hey.
And
y'all know the song
like.
is coming. Next episode, I might even throw in a little rap verse because I'm feeling myself.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. I
might throw in a little rap verse.
I can't wait to see that one happen.
I can't make no promises, but I might.
Hey, it's the podcast life.
Hey, it's the podcast life. Hey, it's the podcast life. Hey, with Sugar and Spice. Hey.
Toodles. See y'all later.